All right, what's up, folks? It's your boy Smurf here with Money Match Gaming, and today we're talking about the Animal Farm and the Drip token, so the Drip network, I guess I should say, and why I am bullish on both of these tokens recently. So obviously the market is in a downtrend. Everything's really bearish, including for a long time the pigs token AFP that was bearish for a long time too. But about a month ago, I think it was around like July or June 20th or something like that, I made a video that said this will make you bullish. And I'm gonna go to that screen now. So I made this video, said this will make you bullish on pigs. And actually I kind of wanted to tune into that video. Let me make sure I got my sound and stuff like that good for you guys. Cool. I wanted to go into that video real quick. Let's see what I said about this. This Bollinger Band finally, and I don't know. And then also when I look at this curve, can I move it this way? When I look at this curve, I feel like this curve is starting to slow down. It's finally starting to, like, not only are the candles getting smaller, and so that's what we're seeing with this smaller percentage, but I feel like I guess that's just the visual representation of it. But it's just like slowly diminishing and starting to balance out. We're starting to kind of find a bottom here, I think, for the PIX token. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm expecting for the PIX token. That's why I'm bullish on it, is because if we're earning 3% a day from our locks on the PIX token, and this is the important part. This is the important part from this video. And this is what I alluded to about a month ago, and then this really started to happen. So listen to this. And in certain situations, I started with, if we're earning 3% per day from our locked assets, or they could be unlocked in the pig pen, but you're earning 3% per day on what you put in there, which is pretty dang ridiculous. So you have these time lock bonuses, and toward the end of your time lock bonus, you start to get more and more of that bonus. And you've been able to, because very few days that we only had like 2 or 3. Was this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? If you could have stomached 1 week of losses that were a little bit more than the 3%, so 1 week of losses that were more than the 3% drop, then you're starting to go gold. And I want to say right here, look at this. They're like, AFP is dropping, so it's like it's showing that it's dropping right here. The day that I'm doing this on Dex Tools, and we can see it's the 22nd of June for the Animal Farm. And like, while I'm looking at this, it's just dropped down to 1.7%. It's now outperforming. It'll be outperforming Drip at that type of level, and it's balancing. But yeah, I think it's starting to find that bottom. Let me play that again for the Animal Farm. And like, while I'm looking at this, it's just dropped down to 1.7%. It's now outperforming. It'll be outperforming Drip at that type of level, and it's balancing. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to get to in this video is that the Animal Farms chart, or the pig pen specifically with it, since you're earning 3% per day, as long as the token price, it was dropping every single day. This is a daily chart that I have on screen, and you can see it was dropping every single day for a long time. I'm like, is that over a month? It's about a month or so. Yeah, it's about a month or so. I'm not gonna count all those up, but it's dropping every single day. And so I've made the point that as long as you're earning 3% and it's not dropping by more than 3%, then you're golden. You're staying at around the same price. And so you just got to make sure that you're actually compounding. Specifically, like, I feel like that would hurt the people that have open positions. If you just had an open position only, you didn't have anything locked, and so you were earning that 3% a day, which is nice. But as it continues to go down in price, like, eventually it's not helping you any. It would make more sense to lock up your position and have an exponential growth and over time. And then also, again, as I'm pointing out in this chart, once this dips beneath 3% to 2% even, so it's only going down 2% per day, then you're earning 1% a day. And if it goes down to 1% per day, then you're earning 2% a day. And if it goes down to, if it's just neutral throughout a day, you're earning 3% a day then all of a sudden on whatever, and then if it's going up in price, then then that's just pretty dang bullish to me. And so the next thing that I wanted to show is I want to hop over to my Lappy Tappy. So let's go over to Lappy Tappy. So you got the stream in the background, and we got the charts for the recent charts, the new charts. These are the new charts. These are the new charts for AFP token, Animal Farm. And so again, I made that video back here. But I said that it was getting narrower. We're seeing less days of bigger drops. It was starting to get down to that 2%. People were starting to lose too much. They had open positions, and that's not really worth it for them anymore. That was about after a month or so. So they probably tried to get 100%, and then eventually exited the position or something. And now we have a bunch of big bags and whales and stuff like that are outdoing them as in the system. It's just, I don't think they can outpower the money that's locked in for longer periods of time. So I think it's too big, and they're not making as much. And so now, Mark, that's what happens when the market goes down. Now we're seeing this bottom action here. And this is the strongest looking bottom action. Like, obviously, I think it's pretty obvious, right? You're looking at this chart, you see one green run right here, and then it's all red. And then a small green run and it fails. And then a small green run and it fails. But it didn't really. That was really just the bottom. And I guess, I don't know if you want to give him credit. That YouTuber, that one drip YouTuber, sold around here. I'll say your name. It's Jonathan. It's Jonathan. He's got a bad name, and he just makes certain type of videos that are very woo ha ha, or I don't know what to describe it as, but whatever. Do your thing, bro. All right. Here's the chart for drip. So honestly, that makes me really bullish on AFP. Pigs, the ecosystem, regardless, just the piggy bank is bullish as hell off of this scenario. And it can go back down then, and it should still be making profit basically for like a while. Like, it's just actually printing. It's kind of crazy. And in like the worst type of market. So like, what about the market? Goes up a little bit. All right. This next video that I want to make, or this next portion of this video, we'll see if I even put this one out, is covering the drip token. Because and I say, I'll see if I put this out, because I made this type of video before and I just did not post it, and so now I've got some really nice looking cards for it. But this is the drip tokens price, and we start and we lead up into I believe this is the bee farm situation, and so it peaks in the summer around $60 something. It's not really showing that here, but it was over $60. And then we go down, right? And the thing that I wanted to point out with this drip chart, for those that are maybe really bearish on drip, and you're like, oh, drip will never return or something like that. And this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor with any of this analysis today. I'm just trying to, I'm charting, and it's either volume or psychology, but something is moving these things around. I could dive more into that type of information, but I'm really just reading the charts here. But what I wanted to point out here is that once we get this, I don't want to say downward trend, this downward momentum, it does not reverse until we have, and these are the daily charts, until we have a day where the high is above a previous day, or like the previous high, I should say, not just the previous day, the previous high. And so this works out, and you got to ignore the little spikes. As long as you ignore the little, I think, maybe you don't even have to, but I've been ignoring the little spikes. But we ignore the little spikes, and what do we have? We have this high here around 32, and then it goes down, and then is it able to break the previous high? No, it stops around 29, and so that should be a sign. That's a signal. It's going to go down. Boom. So we go down for a long time. Tries, that's a green day. It does not break. It doesn't break. It doesn't break. It doesn't break. It doesn't break. Here. And while it's doing this, you gotta count the green days. That's the thing, because green days count as like upward attempts or whatever have you, days where the market tried to shift. And so we're going down until we go all the way down here, and then we break the first green day, which should signal that we're going to go up, and then it tests the next green day. And so this is how it's just testing resistance levels. You got support supposedly on the way down, and then you got to test resistance on the way up. And so then it's going to test this resistance level right here of about $20, 19.50, and it breaks it though. It doesn't break it by much, but it does break it. And so guess what? We're going to end up going up. It's kind of signaling an upward trend, and so it takes it a little bit. How much time is this? 1, 2. That might be hard for people to stomach. It's about a month of kind of crab action. It's not just straight down or anything like that, but it did spike ridiculously. And so we got some crab action, and then it started to go up. And when it went up, did it break the previous high? The next one? It's pretty high up there. It's like 19, whatever the heck. And then here's this one. And yeah, it's at 2079. And even if I pull it down some, it's 2074. So yeah, it obviously breaks this one. We don't even have to, you can look at both of these, but it's breaking this one. And so what do we have? We go up. So a little crab, and is this another month? Let's see if this is another month. Almost. And that's funny, because again, I made that video about a month ago, right? So I said it was going to break. And how long is that from when we started to break? You could say something like June 22nd. So that'd be like July 22nd. Right? Like, I mean, like, it's looking pretty good right now, right? So this is the early inception of drip. And then once we broke that though, we start to go up. And so crab action, and then this high, does this high outdo the last high though? Which is these two, both of these actually. Yes, it does. So we go up. Is this high outdoing? Obviously, it's outdoing that one. So what's the case? We go up. So pretty big run there. Down. We're going up. And again, like each one of these situations is coming like right after the situation. It's not like the token just going straight up. It's like, but you want to take that high versus the last high. At least this is the type of strategy that I'm using. And if it broke that resistance level, then it's kind of bullish for drip. And so on the way down, we pretty much saw the exact same thing. So failed. So it's not breaking the previous one. Failed. It's not breaking the previous one. Failed, obviously not breaking the previous one. And then let me pull this up for you guys a little bit. So it's not gonna, none of these attempts at a high is breaking that resistance. No way. It's just getting demolished, right? Demolished. Uh-oh, what happened here? This was a previous attempt at a high, and we actually broke it. Guys, we actually broke it. It was a long time, right? It took us a while. But, guys, we actually broke it. Like, that beat this one. And so this right here, this momentum that we're currently in for drip, and this ended up being a lot longer of a video than I think. I think it's going to beat this 8-something level. I think it's going to be something like up here. It might even go up to here. But I think at least up to here. So another $1 or so. And then we might go somewhere around this level. And I would expect us to hit the $11 or $12, so $13, $14 range, potentially on a spike. And that would be within the next, I got to drag this out though, some, right? By the end of the month. August, early September. Yeah, August to early September. So we got about a month for this to play out. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this type of range for the drip chart. And it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I'm seeing for it. And that's my case for it being bullish. Hopefully that makes sense to people. I wanted to bring up one other thing for the drip community, which I thought makes it kind of bullish. And that was just, I was going to these different tokens, and I was looking up the number of holders for these different tokens. So this is the YFI token on Binance Smart Chain. 7,000 holders. Bitcoin on Binance Smart Chain. It's Bitcoin, right? 400,000 holders. ETH, 1 million. I mean, it's Ethereum. Come on. If I keep going back, I did a few other tokens, but they're not going to show up right there. And then we got Bitcoin over here on Ethereum, 51,000 holders. You got more holders of Ethereum on Bitcoin on Binance. 13,000 holders of Convex token on Ethereum. It's a pretty big player in DeFi. This is another DeFi one. The Curve token, 76,000 holders. I think that's the first one that I looked up over here. No, and then I also looked up Hex, 300,000 holders. I think that's the last one. Cool. And if we looked up drip, obviously that was the point of me going to these, so that you'd get an idea of how big drip is in the DeFi ecosystem. Yeah, so if we looked at drip here, there are 111,000, almost 112,000 total. This is not as big as like a SHIB, like one of these meme tokens is like the biggest of the meme tokens, but that's also pretty dang big. It makes it a player in these markets. Like obviously, if you're able to have more holders than Bitcoin on Ethereum, then I think that's or Convex. I think it had more, and Curve has billions of dollars locked in it. And that's not to say that you bring that same type of investor to you, because those investors, they're going to want something safe. If you're going to be bringing billions of dollars to something, you're not going to want it to be like super volatile. But it's just to say that there is a strong community around drip, and it is a lot larger than even sometimes like a Bitcoin community on a network like Ethereum, which is, I figured Link would have a lot of people. Wrap BTC. 51,000. I think that's kind of ridiculous that there's so little like Bitcoin holders on Ethereum. I mean, I guess everybody just dropped it because it was dropping. Like, let's look at this really quickly, man. This is gonna take too long. Can I get the users? No, historical price, unique senders. No, yeah, I'd want to see me like Dune or something for this. But that's it for this video. Hopefully, that's got you feeling good about the market in some ways. The general market doing good right now, but I do think we'll have like a Bart Simpson type pattern or something like that, and do like a final dip, the last dip, I think. But most of these plays are taking about a month. So yeah, there's that. There's my 2 cents. Hopefully this video was informative, entertaining, what have you. This is the one that I'm gonna make today. I might have to do this again. I don't know. I feel like I speak too much during them, but at the same time, there's a lot of information to get out. So, all right, folks. See you in the next one. Smurf out.